Well, well, well. Saints preserve us, as they used to say in Catholic school, or Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Where's all the women? Hide in the back. Well, don't you look pretty?
Thank you, Dad.
As a proper snowflake should say. Thank you, Dad. Do you guys know which clans you're wearing? You don't have a clue, right? I could almost guarantee 1,000% there's no brother clans. I'm not 100. I wouldn't stake my life on it. I'd stake your life on it, but I wouldn't. But I don't believe there are any. But there's a reason why we dress like this. Back in the 90s, we used to just black tie, tuxedo, and then about 2000, early 2000, we switched to the equivalent thereof of tuxedo, which is this. And because, again, the same reason or a similar reason why we dress every day in the seminar, in a business suit, or the equivalent thereof, the same reason that we, as you pointed out, they're on their back foot when they come to the meeting, not dressed the way you are in the first 5 or 10 or 15 minutes that you're talking to these illustrious people. They're apologizing for not coming properly dressed. And that's the beginning of the relationship, and all we want is a slight edge, and that edge vis-a-vis the dream team, the accountants, the lawyers, etc., continues until we finally punch the ball across the goal line. And after you have one deal, the second deal, the third deal, etc., the momentum continues. As I've said till I'm blue in the face, if the seminar lasted one more day, I wouldn't have any more voice. See, I don't even think I'm yelling. I could live in Puerto Rico. I just talk like everybody else. But I only do this every other month. Although, again, we're having a seminar in just 10 days because of the overflow. They couldn't come to this seminar, and because I don't know when the next seminar is going to be, I didn't think it was right. Actually, Sally didn't think it was right for them to have to wait till the next year. So we're going to do one at the 2nd of September for a week, just like we've done this. But you're here because you made sacrifices. Some of you have saved for 2, 3, 4 years. The old black PhD lady has known about me since 2009, more or less. Correct? Speak up like you had a pair.
Yes, I did.
Okay, Jesus, right.
I bought your book.
Okay. And whereas they don't buy the book now. Now they get it on torrent or God knows where else they get it for free. But I'm not really too upset about that, as long as the message gets out. But this is tonight's the first night of the rest of your life. You can have opportunities like you wouldn't believe, and until you get out there and you start pressing the flesh with these various people, either via Skype or Zoom call or whatever. And some of you will initiate them in person, your meetings with these people. And you're in for a lot of different places in the world, from the Ukraine to Australia to the United States. And some of you will be, wandering more or less like the disciples did. And I'm not trying to relate myself to Christ or any of those guys, but he sent the disciples off after they crucified him, supposedly, and he rose again. I mean, they went all over, right? Well, you're going to go all over. You're going to go all over. And the good news is because there's so few of the people doing this, you're not going to run into a bunch of people. As I told you, we've only had 3 or 4 incidences in 24 years where you kids cross paths. And it's pretty amazing, you think, after 24 years, only 3 or 4 times. And one just recently. We've got a husband-wife team here in Scotland that crossed paths that are probably 15 miles from here. And they're one of the 3 or 4 times. Otherwise, you just don't see the people. And the reason why you don't see them, as I've said, because not many people are doing this. And I would suspect 24 years from now, and I'm doing it 48 years, There's still going to be not too many. You've got a huge advantage. Unfair advantage. You've got a quantum leap advantage. Don't fuck it up. I know what you're capable of. And as I've been accused about being a racist this seminar, and if you think I'm a racist, you've never met a fucking racist. I mean, and I've lived with racists all my life, and but I call it like I see it. If you're black, Chinese, Indian, whatever, I call it like I see it. And as one of my Hall of Famers, double degree from Harvard, said, Dan only says what we dare to think. There's not one thing that I've said during this week that you haven't thought at some time in your life in the deep recesses of your brain. I'd like to tell that person to go fuck themselves. You know, that girl's as fat and it looks like she's walking away with 2 pigs in a gunny sack. You've thought that. You can't be human and not have thought it. I'm not telling you to say it now. I'm not saying to be impolite. But I'm also telling you not to be politically correct. Because if you act politically correct, you're going to diminish the effectiveness of QLA. Well, I want to congratulate you. Here is going to be a fun night. And I can just imagine what some of you are going to do in the next few hours. I'll probably be asleep and I won't see it, thank God. Praise Allah, praise Buddha. To your success in life. Thank you very much. Cheers. Cheers. Congratulations. Thank you. Don't think too much. As I've said before, those of you that have higher and loftier education, supposedly, and would have letters after your name, or engineers, you're gonna, if history's any proof of the future, which it shouldn't be, you're gonna try to overanalyze this stuff. It's simple. You know, we had our Puerto Rican friend explain to you how simple it was. But no doubt in your mind, oh, maybe he's a Puerto Rican genius, or maybe he's this, or maybe he's that. But you can do it. We were fortunate to have him here in the class because you were able to see close up what is possible before the training. And now I fully expect, and I'm not putting any extra additional pressure on my Hispanic brother in arms, but I mean, I expect great things from him because he's already done it before he ever got here. Just as we've had somebody that has used the SBA, which just goes to show you, if just fucking get money from the government. Anybody can get money from the fucking government. You know, I'm telling you what I know. Anyway, congratulations, you guys.